Did I ever tell you about the guy in my school who was like... Well, that's the story. It's like... He was considered the dumbest guy in school and everyone made fun of him all the time. And then one day the teacher came in, she was like, we're doing... Oh, fuck. We're doing the school magazine. Everybody write an article. And, well, if you want. And then he was like, I want to write an article. And everyone was like, oh, what's he gonna write about? This should be funny. And he was like... His article was just... Hello, my name is blank. And I like shooting crows on my spare time.
Shooting crows.
He was like really, really like countryside Irish. He was just like, there's nothing better than just unloading a shotgun on an unsuspecting crow.
Goodness gracious.
Sometimes I imagine if it was my parents.
It was really funny.
Perhaps all of my classmates.
Were all the kids laughing?
Yeah, everyone was like, why the fuck did you write about this, you idiot? And he's like, I thought it'd be good.
I thought it'd be good.
Thought it'd be fucking good. Did I ever tell you about the time I stole the first 10 minutes of the Mario movie and wrote it as an essay in school?
What?
Did I ever tell you about
Did you get an A+?
No, tell like how?
Oh, I was in like primary school, so I was like 11. But the teacher was like, write a fictional essay, and I just wrote down the first 10 minutes of the Mario movie.
Jesus. How did it end?
It didn't. I got as far as the baby hatching. Oh no, I got as far as I wrote down like, it's raining. A woman runs through the rain. It's that kind of shit. I fucking specifically remember that I used to hate Thomas the Tank Engine. And like even as a kid, I was like, this is the most boring shit I've ever seen in my life. And then I just used to watch it because there was literally nothing else on. And my mom and dad saw me watching it, so they got me a bunch of Thomas the Tank Engine toys.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I was like, oh.
I'm so sorry, Chris.
Thank you. There's a video of me lying. They got me a Thomas the Tank Engine jigsaw puzzle, and I said, this is just what I've always wanted.
Oh.
That's adorable.
That was very nice of you to lie for them.
I was a great little liar.
It turns out your parents really loved Thomas the Tank Engine. They wanted
My dad wanted to play with it.
Yeah, they were doing it on purpose because they knew you wouldn't use it.
My dad got plastic surgery to have his face look like Henry from Thomas the Tank Engine. It like sticks out of his head and is gray now.
Chris, how come you hate creepy crawlies?
I don't know. I'm scared of them.
I like little beetles. They're fun.
My sister ruined my life.
She turned me into
Like
a
just
slug.
unrelated.
I used to love bugs, and then she made me fucking terrified of them because of how terrified she was of them.
What'd she do?
She probably just freaked out every
She came
time.
in and whispered in your ear, Chris, they're coming to get you.
There was a time when we had like bricks outside of our house just because we had extra bricks left over, and my mom was like, move those bricks.
She casted a brick to bug spell on it.
No.
That terrified you?
No, I picked up a brick and there was a huge black spider on it, and I was just like, cool. But she screamed so loud and she was so genuinely terrified that she almost had like a panic attack, and it made me afraid of them. And this was back before Ireland even had any like actual biting spiders. Now they do for some reason.
That always happens. That
One bug got introduced and it bites, and before that Ireland had no biting spiders. I slapped a kid in the face as a kid too. He was being such an asshole. Do you want to hear the lamest situation in the world?
Yeah.
I used to get bullied by this kid on my school bus, and he was this tiny little asshole who could not fight. He was such a little pussy bitch, right? Okay. And I was a bigger pussy bitch because I was like way bigger than him and I wouldn't do anything, right? Okay. And we used to always sit near these girls who were fucking bitches, and they were like always making fun of us both. And then fucking one day, he was like really annoying me, and I was like, if you annoy me again, I'm gonna punch you in the face. He was like, and he annoyed me, and I slapped him really hard in the face, and he started crying really hard in front of the girls. And just to them, it must have been the lamest situation in the world. The two dorks were just having a fight. One slapped the other and made each other cry.
That is very embarrassing. Oh, you know what? I have a...
I ever tell you about the, I found a website when I was very young, and I was like, they sell a Cloud Strife keychain. Oh, Daddy, can I buy this Cloud Strife keychain? He's like, no. And I was like, can I use your credit card? No. And I was like, oh. And then I didn't email them. I looked up the address of the company. It was in England, right? I put a few Irish pounds into an envelope, and I sent off a very nice letter that said, hello, my name is Chris O'Neill. I'm 9 years old, and I really, really want the Cloud Strife keychain. Please, please, from the bottom of my heart. if you can send this, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. And they fucking did it. They sent it to me.
Really?
Yep. And I had it for years, and I lost it.
Oh.
And actually, in my first year
And
of high
Sora
school,
killed
some
himself.
kid, one of my friends
Sora's
tried,
dead, by the way.
one of my friends in high school tried stealing it from me.
Oh my
They
god.
tried breaking into my locker to get at it.
Is that valuable, huh?
Apparently.
This
But,
music's beautiful.
Yeah, no, the internet was a cool thing. My parents were like, Chris, we're getting the internet. And I was like 8 years old. I'm like, what's that do? It's like, you can go on it and look at stuff. Like, oh! And then they were like, you can even buy things off the internet. I was like, well, can I buy Final Fantasy VII toys? And they're like, no.
That's the one thing they don't
And I
have.
was just like, then I don't want to use it. Did I tell you about my mom today?
What happened with your mom today?
She, on Facebook, posted, she shared a thing that was about Pizzagate. And I never in my life heard her talk about Pizzagate or anything like that. So I responded, I said, wow, Mom, you're red-pilled now. And then she said, what does red-pilled mean? And then I said, oh, never mind, you're blue-pilled. And then my uncle liked it. He made fun of her. She doesn't know.
He said, never mind, you're blue-pilled.
It's just some poor Irish woman getting called red-pilled and then blue-pilled.
By her own family.
By her own blood.
Flesh and blood.
Sorry, Mom.
I
You'll
guess
never
you
be
wanna
red-pilled.
shoot-
I was gonna say, my
That's
mom.
pretty savage.
my mom, she fucking traded my Sega Genesis with a. So my mom had a friend. Her friend had a son, and her friend went, Marion, can I have Chris's Sega Genesis? And she was like, yeah, if you swap him, there's something maybe. And then he was like, I'll give him this for it. It was some fucking piece of shit Mighty Max toy. It was like a toy worth $10. She swapped my Sega Genesis for that. And it was
Like permanently?
Yes, she just gave it to this fucking asshole. Cause I was getting a PS1 the next year. She's like, he doesn't need two. But fuck, Mom! Fucking stupid!
She didn't understand the principle that, like, a Sega Genesis, a PlayStation couldn't play Sega Genesis games.
No, she knew. She knows that. She just was just like, who would ever need two games consoles?
Oh, yeah.
But like, now that I'm an adult, I want all of them. I want every last one that ever existed.
You pup.
No. He
My
wants
mom
to.
used to say that.
What?
He's a daddy. that
Whenever
wants
people
to
would steal
engage
from her
in some
store,
puppy
she'd be
play.
like, bunch of little pups.
Yeah, she called me a little pup too,
Let's
Chris.
just say pup or pap, like pap smear.
She said, little fucking piece of shit.
You little pap smear.
My mom did not do pap smears. My mom gave my Genesis away.
I don't even remember my mom's birthday, let alone this fucking guy.
Well, I only knew that because that's what the code.
A submarine
Was.
and oil. You can't even see what you're doing down there, stupid. My mom gave away my Genesis.
That sucks.
I know. She did it behind my back.
Yeah, she, like, traded it for a Polly Pocket to the neighbor. And
It was a Mighty Max, yeah.
Was it a worthwhile trade?
You know, I'm not sure if I told the part where I met the guy. No, she tricked me. That was it. She was like,
wait, okay, this got a new layer to it.
no, it was that guy came over. He was like this 18-year-old dude, and he had a big fucking smile on his face because he knew he was ripping me off.
Oh my god.
Fucking
Horrible.
She was like, Chris, we're getting rid of your Genesis. Like, okay. Like obviously I'm not like happy about it.
What are they giving you in return?
Exactly, but she was like, but you're getting this like amazing fucking toy, Mighty Max, and I was like, wow, it sounds amazing. And then
They had to hype it up, or else you would have been disappointed.
he came in with a fucking white plastic bag, and he's just like, "Hey, Chris, good to meet you. I'm glad we're making this trade." And it's like, obviously, he's a fucking asshole. He bought 1 or 2 Mighty Max things for like $20, and he got a fucking Genesis with every fucking game on it in return. So
That sucks.
I know, what an
really
asshole.
bad.
I don't know who the fuck that guy even was.
Well,
Where did
if
he
it's any
come from?
consolation, he probably got in a car wreck and died violently.
I think he was the son of my mom's friend.
Oh,
I know.
weird.